One of my all-time favourite authors is Robert Greene. He wrote books including The 48 Laws of Power. His books are they're amazing. They're pretty hard going, and his writing style and how much information he crams in is actually quite mind-blowing. One of my favourite books that he wrote was with 50 Cent called The 50th Law. The books are, look, books are amazing, and I don't typically get sycophantic or celebrity-like, but from an intellectual perspective, way out there. And naturally, he's got a YouTube channel, so I follow that and watch a wee bit of his content. And one of his recent videos, just a few days ago, he was talking about technology and talking about the younger generations coming through. And he made a prediction. And the prediction was that the younger generations, he didn't specify exactly when, but his prediction was that the younger generations would start to reject the internet. They would start to reject technology. They would start to reject AI and everything about it, everything that is fake. Because ultimately that's what we're talking about here, isn't it? It's fake. There's nothing real about it. There's no substance whatsoever. You poke at it, you start to explore it a little bit more, and there are so many holes in it, and it's getting a whole lot worse. It's getting to a point where things are getting even more fake, if that is even possible. You know, things like, just have a think about things like the bots online and comments, and you just don't know what is real anymore, do you? Anyway, when he was talking about this younger generation, whenever it may be, who are going to reject this, I was like, really? It's like, wow, okay, that's a really interesting comment and a really interesting theory. Why? Because for so long now, actually over a process of years, it really started post-2020, not sure what happened. But my belief and faith in humanity in general is look, being open and honest, is taking a sharp decline. Yeah. Every day, you work harder, you want to build that belief and faith, because if you don't, this place tends to be pretty hard on you, even harder than you. This is hard enough. But when you lose even more belief and faith, it gets harder. That's my experience. So you have to balance it out somewhere. So I'm watching this video, and a guy that, certainly from an intellectual perspective, one of the few that I would definitely listen to, he's there making this prediction that the youth, the younger generations, are going to start rejecting this stuff, which ultimately, if you've watched my videos, you'll know that I'm very much of the opinion that things like the technology, the internet, the AI, the whole agenda behind that is nothing short of crackers. It's going to finish us off somehow. Not necessarily even from a Skynet perspective, but from a perspective of just making everything fake. Nothing will be real anymore. So it's like, it's just a horrible agenda. So to hear Robert Greene talk about it I class it as an optimistic view, that the younger generation will start to see this stuff and be like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. Do you know, I'm full of energy. I'm a human. Yeah, I'm active. I have energy. I'm vibrant. Yeah, I want to get out there. I don't want to be stuck with goggles attached to my head in my pod. Yeah, I'm going to reject this. And I'm listening, and I'm like, wow, okay, maybe that could happen. Because, as I said to you, being totally open and honest, certainly post-2020, you forget about the red and blue pill, you get black pilled up. Especially when you're paying attention to the agenda in the media. It black pills you up. It just naturally does that. You have to work hard to wade through it all. And when you hear an opinion like humanity isn't totally cooked and will not just go with any agenda that's presented to them on the grand scale that AI is, well, Should we use the word hope? Should we use the word belief? Hey, let's do it. And I'll tell you why we should maybe consider it even more is when you see things like this.
I wouldn't let that happen originally.
There's many clips coming out like this now. Little robots, AI-powered robots, who, I suppose in this instance, from a UFC perspective, is the future of entertainment. Is that the idea of this? That they'll be able to take humans out of the cage and put this in it instead. Yeah, and the bread and circuses, along with God knows how many other AI robot-powered jobs. So along with that, the robots and AI will also provide the entertainment, I think, is the overall story to this. Is it not? Because when actually I do see this and footage like this, and as I mentioned, there's lots of it now. These robots are coming out now. Maybe they're ready for it now. Maybe all the technology that we haven't got a clue how advanced it really is, and how they sort of filter it out to us as society. Maybe they're ready now. It appears like that because there's more footage like this. There's more robots being introduced. There's more media coverage in relation to what jobs are going to be taken over by AI within a very short space of time. There's now footage of robots serving popcorn, Tesla robots, what have you. Footage of people taking robots for walks. And this sort of stuff where robots are now glammed up as the future of entertainment. It saddens me. It saddens me because I think that along with everything else, and I know people have many different opinions, and I don't want to take away or be contradictive about the advantages the few that technology does have, and they're there. Yeah, so I don't want to be hypocritical about that because of the technology that I use, and sharing messages like this are all part of that. However, what I'm saddened about is the idea and prospect of the overall human spirit and everything that is good or should be good about us as humanity could be obliterated, wiped out. This is how big this is. This is how big this agenda is. Robots, AI, technology. It's a massive, massive part of suppression and a big foot on human will. Everything that should be good about being human, the energy, the vibrancy, the leading with love. That's my view on it. Yeah. I tend to take a slightly more profound view on a lot of subjects, and this one's one of the main ones in relation to that. Maybe I'm taking it all too seriously, perhaps. Maybe not. I don't think so. I think that this is a big thing, and the idea of the youth, younger generations, rejecting it because of that human energy. I like that. Ta-ta.